Hey y'all, hey. It is hot. Hot, hot, hot. I don't know what it's like where y'all at, but woo-wee. I had to come in here where I could get some air conditioning. So I'm just sitting in here, county market. I'm finna switch up my bag. Finna put the groceries in this bag. So I'm just checking in. Came to get my medicine for CVS. Hey y'all, hey, what's happening? Thanks for the like already. I'm just checking in. Didn't have anything particularly spellbounding or profound to talk about. I just knew I wanted to talk to you. I'm glad they stopped giving me a hard time with this Adderall, child. I was paying the price for the meth epidemic. I was like, you can look at me and see I ain't no meth head. Do you see all this fat? I personally haven't never met a fat meth head, but it's possible, I guess. I guess it's possible. I believe it's rare. But I swear, everybody from the doctors to the nurses to the staff at the pharmacy was it giving me a hard time. I went through months and months of trial and error just to get to the point where my primary care physician could prescribe me Adderall. It got so bad to the point where I actually went to the clinic with a big ass poster on my body talking about quit treating me like a criminal when I'm trying to get treatment. Like what the? Stop doing that. Everybody ain't no meth head. Some of us actually use the medicine appropriately and don't abuse it. So I am sitting here because I need to get my bag packed right so that everything I purchase can fit in here. It's been such a long time since we could just sit in here in the hey Quinn Files. Yeah, we gonna have that party when I get home. You gonna know what's happening because I'm gonna post it way ahead of time so people can get ready. I'm at County Market. I'm at the grocery store, my local grocery store. It's a little bougie, so it got a little sitting area. If you want to eat, you can sit in there and have you something to eat. But yeah, we're gonna have a house party, a manic house party in honor of Design Boutique who be begging for my attention. Now you got it. I'm gonna give it to you. Why? Because I'm a positive person. You keep coming over here with the negativity, never nothing positive to say. That is why I can't stand likes and dislikes. Because that you can't get rid of the thumbs down. Who wants to hear from the thumbs down person? You know? So yes, Quinn, we're gonna have that house music party. Let it be known. I'm calling it the Manic. The Manic House Music Party. I'm gonna call it Manic because guess what? I'm gonna go crazy. I know it's gonna get copywritten. This time I ain't gonna worry about not damn copyright. Not now. Not now. So yeah, instead of doing a haul, I'm kind of doing the haul in reverse. Instead of waiting till I get home to show what I shop for, we doing it little by little here. Excuse me, y'all. It's been wonderful. Very, very productive. I got some things done in my garden. I got a whole bunch. I got 2 contractor bags full of clothes out my house. That felt good. Because eventually, y'all, I'm downsizing all the way down. All the way down because I want a tiny house. I feel like even though my house is a 1-bedroom house, it's still too much house for me, one person. Yeah, I'm gonna do a tour because there's still plenty of daylight. Hey, loving my hair, my garden BFF. Man, it's hot as fuck. It's 89. That's hot for us up here north. We can't handle that. Down there in the south, y'all used to them triple digits. Man, 89 feel like 100 degrees to us. I'm telling you, I had to come in here and sit down. And that's a public service announcement. Here in Springfield, Illinois, this this place, County Market, is an official cooling and warming center. So if you are, elderly who are more susceptible, in particular, to heat exhaustion, and heat exhaustion is very real, and that can attack young people. Cause my son, my baby daddy, my youngest son, daddy, you love tiny homes, Quinn? Yeah, I'm planning on having one. I got the perfect house for it. I feel like once I go ahead and get started in my career, I'm gonna save up, build my tiny house right next to the house that I'm renting. Maybe, I don't know, because I have had the discussion with my landlord. He has expressed that he'd be willing to sell it to me. So I make 93 in Oklahoma City. Oh my God. It's hot. It's hot here. It's 89. That's hot to us. That's hot. Okay? Feel like I'm in an inferno. But anyway, my goal, like I can't make up my mind, but I'm not really sure if I'm going to try to buy the house that I'm renting right now. It needs so much work. That's the only thing that makes me say, well, no, I don't really want to buy that. But if I do, even if I do buy that house, I will still be building a tiny house next to it. Will you build or get already structured and put it there? I think I'm going to get it already structured. If I was 20 years younger, I'd build that bitch myself because I love to build. And the reason why I keep talking so much about me and loving to build is because as a female, nobody ever sat down with me to mentor and say, you can be an engineer. That's your engineers. The little girl or boy that you see that's always tinkering, they always pulling toys apart, or if they got toys, they trying to fix it. If they break, they trying to fix it. They tinkering all the time. I got 2 of them. My granddaughter, she's an engineer type too. Well, I'm going to say scientifical, because she like nature, rocks. She go picking up rocks, finding skulls and stuff. So she could be an archaeologist. The other one is obsessed with cars. So he always in my tools. My tools be everywhere. I just be getting on his case to the point I had to buy him his own tool bag so he could leave my tools alone. But that's your engineers. That is your engineers. Quit only talking about that NBA and rap. Your kids can be other things too. Hey, Catherine friends. Hey, Sistress the Queen. Thank you, hon. Sorry about last time, my mods. She's sorry for what happened. Won't happen again. Oh, that's all right. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. So, I feel like I got to be the representative and the mouthpiece. I posted up on my community wall, which I'm gonna start posting more on there, especially for the garden and stuff, because I see that works better when you just take a still photo instead of trying to do videos all the time. I be making my own life harder than what it is, already is. And I'm gonna be doing more posting on the community wall, especially for the garden and stuff. But I'm speaking out because nobody ever said to me, never said to me, you could be an engineer. And I regret that, because now when I look at the careers, the different engineering fields, dude, that would have been me. You know, I found out later in life. I'm glad I did get into the computer field, and I stumbled into that because I went to Job Corps, and Kwame Brown is right. You get 3 trades under your belt, you end up gaining a fuck you attitude, because you ain't worried about getting fired, because you know you can walk right out of that job and be getting right into the next job without no problem. That's how it was for me. I had typing, accounting, and the typing opened the doors for computers. Once I got in the door with computers, I kicked that door in. I learned everything I possibly could on the job and worked in the field 20 years. What opened the door was the 2 trades I got at Job Corps. It wasn't no college degree. I went to Job Corps after college. Why? Because I'm a foster child who grew out the system. You hear that term. Outgrew the system. Aged out. Aged out. And the foster kids are the highest population. You think it's drug addicts out there homeless? The highest population of homelessness is foster kids who aged out the system. They don't have no mama and father to fall back on. So if they slip up and mess up, which we all do, even my girlfriends who had their parents, they still was back and forth in their mama's house until a good 25 years old. Then they got out and stayed out for forever, you know, and never came back to mama's house. Okay? Mama's cooking. Aging out kids is the highest critical population of the homeless. And that's why I'm going to be dedicated to targeting that demographic with the solar. When I seen them grandmas, they was training in Africa to do the solar panels. Why they not doing some shit like that here in America? If they can do it in Africa, they damn for sure should be able to do it here in America. But you know why it ain't happening in America? Because that's too much like right. That's too much like right. If we get empowered to get our own power and generate our own power without the electric company, that's a threat. That's a threat to the power company who've been getting rich off of us for years with this dirty coal energy. Got us addicted to coal and oil, where we're going to be fighting other countries. I'm telling y'all, the scientists have already predicted oil is going to run out in 33 years. That's not that long. I won't be nowhere around, but it's going to affect your kids. And these countries the few little countries going to be fighting over that oil. And the countries that were smart and got into solar and off the oil and off the coal, those are the ones that's going to survive. Those are the ones that's going to survive. So that's why you see me being passionate about solar power. You're going to constantly hear me that. You're going to watch me build my system right here, my poor ass. I'm going to build a solar system right outside on the ground where you see me living at right now. I promise you. If I could build a computer, I can build a solar panel. And they should be having programs, more programs, because the law been passed and $931 billion been pumped into the energy program. And if you think I'm lying about the job opportunity, I haven't, don't go by me. I haven't jumped in on opportunities that's been out there physically. You know why? Because I'm disabled. I really have a condition that I can't give an employer 40 hours of work. Okay? It would definitely have to be a creative job opportunity where they're willing to work with me and my limited energy and take the best of me, which is right here. The best of me is right here. And that don't take energy. You can pump my brains. And it had to be project oriented, where it's days that I can take days off and recover from any physical activity that I might engage in. That's hard to find. My son got into a program here with the union, IBEW, the electric union. Do you know he already been offered a job? No experience. He been offered a job to work on windmills. They looking for people who is not afraid of heights. And he is going to be making $35 an hour. Okay? And he signed up in the program when he was going for his GED. He signed up for the union, the IBEW Electric Union program right here. Okay? Ain't got damn experience, but got a job offer for $35 an hour working on windmills. And I told him that. I told him you could do that. He didn't believe it, but he believe it now. He believe it now. Since he been in that electric union, he got the job opportunity. And if you female, they really want you because you cover 2 minority spots, black and female. They really can't wait to see you. So my son, he got it. He on the Kwame Brown, what he talking about. You get 3 trays under your belt, you do get a fuck you attitude. Because I ain't never had to beg nobody for a job. 3 trays under your belt, you could quit, you can get fired, and get hired right back because your skill is in demand. My computer skill is still in demand right now. I can walk out into a computer job right now from the experience I already have. No new skill, just the ones I have. But I have built and added on to my skills since I've been in the workforce, and I've been out the workforce. I've been out the workforce 20 years. Walked right back into a job starting at $19 an hour. I was making $19 an hour for the census for some baby easy ass work. You gotta have a trade. You gotta have skills that's in demand. And they bamboozling our kids with all this bullshit college degrees, and they coming out with these degrees and can't get hired because the job market ain't there. Give your child an opportunity to get a trade under his belt, and I guarantee you, you ain't got to get nothing but a little bit of training to get into the solar field, and you gonna soar. You gonna soar. You gonna soar. You gonna get that fuck you attitude that Kwame Brown talking about. He had black males around him that had them 3 trades and wasn't worried about boss firing them because they could walk right across the street and get hired at the next man, at the next place. Okay? And that's how it was for me. I didn't get no job from going to college. I dropped out of college. I was too young. You know, I was a brainiac, and I graduated high school at 16. When I went away to college, I went away from my mother's house, and I really wasn't ready. Now, some people, they be ready at 16. It wasn't me. I wasn't ready. And I think it's a different experience for girls than boys. I kind of was traumatized in college, and I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to leave my mama's house. I just wasn't ready. So I dropped out. and became homeless. I didn't mean to. I went out there, had my little job, didn't keep my little job. Next thing you know, I'm facing homelessness. Because I didn't want to really be out in the streets. I was looking in the newspaper, looking for a job in the newspaper, and saw a big ad for Job Corps. It said free room and board. The free room and board is what got me. Free room and board is what got me into Job Corps. And when I went to Job Corps, that's how I came up with the 2 trades. And I got those 2 trades in 6 months. I finished the trade so fast that they didn't know what to do with me because I finished it before the 6 months. They said, you know, Naomi, you can't even get a check for Job Corps until you've been here 6 months. So they made me a student trainer assistance to help the other kids come on through Job Corps. So I spent the extra month basically doing nothing because I had finished my 2 trades, which the 2 trades I picked in was typing and accounting. And I asked my auntie, I said, well, what would you pick? Because I don't like none of these fields. What would you pick as a trade? She said, well, typing, you can always get a job. Okay, typing it is. I picked typing. Typing is what got me in the door of computers. And that changed my life forever. Matter of fact, I didn't get my degree in computers till after I had been working in computers for 10 years. I got tired of people saying, when did you really work? Because I worked as a contract employee, which is common now. A lot of people do contract work, especially online. Work from home opportunities are contract type of jobs. They're not permanent jobs, quote unquote, but you still working and you still doing professional work. I don't know why they made a difference between permanent and contract, but they did. So I went back to school after 10 years of being in the computer field so that I could proudly and boldly say, well, I'm a computer professional. So I had my associate degree as a computer system specialist and still went on to do 10 more years in the field. So my background is computers. I'm a bad bitch. But having them 3 trades, that give you that fuck you ability. You can say fuck you and go right into the next job right across the street. It ain't changed. It has not changed. And they are misleading these kids. They're not telling them where the industry is. Quit telling your kids and sending them to school and letting them take anything. Steer your kids to a field that's in demand. Learning how to type is important. Not a job interview. That's a question they always ask. Do you know how to type? Right. And that's what my auntie said. That was her best advice she gave me. She told me that 40 years ago. Woo, 40 years. 40 years ago. 40 years ago. She said, you learn how to type, you always get a job. And she was right. Never had no problem getting a job, having that typing skill. I type 70 words a minute. That was a skill that got me in the door. That opened the door for me for computers. That's who they allow, employers would allow the person who had the typing skill to try the computer, because most people was intimidated and didn't want to sit down at the computer. So when they found somebody who wasn't scared, me, I ain't scared. I got right down there and learned all I could. One of my first assignments I was at work for the Sun-Times newspaper. Y'all remember the Sun-Times? Anybody from Chi-Town? You went down 45? Yeah. Well, I might have went down. I probably possibly have went down because I haven't really had to take a time test yet for a while. But I'm still pretty darn fast. I get the job done. Yeah, and I'm retired, so I ain't really got to type fast, but it comes in handy. It definitely help you navigate all these new apps now. So I ain't mad at me that I got the skill. So yeah, I went to Job Corps after college because I was a foster kid that aged out the system. My foster mother passed when my first year of college. I can type great, but I can't text. Yeah, I can't text either because these old eyes, we can't stand looking at that little ass screen. I mean, I know what I'm doing, but I can't see what I'm doing. So that's the problem. I know how to do it. Yeah, I'm one of them grandmas, the grandkids, they see me struggle a little bit and they get to reaching for my device. I'm the one to be like, I beg your pardon, I don't need your help. Back up. There's so many kids that just automatically think they're the techies. And because us grown-ups was handing them the device. Here, get the remote control, fix the TV. Here. Get this. Set up my text messages. Set up my music. So the kids reach for me. When they see me, they don't know what to do with me. They reach for my device and they see me struggle at all. I don't need you. I got this. I had to make them back up. I ain't giving my tech power away to no kid. They don't know what to do with all that power, and that's part of the problem. The kids got too much power. Okay. I'm going to eat and leave you running. All right. I have to admit that my grandson did teach me some stuff. I mean, it's all right to, if you got a patient grandkids, but I mean, young people around you. But I know too many young people got that power and use that as a way to put your parents down. Oh, you dumb. You don't know how to do that. Oh, Ma, you don't know how to do that. Oh, Ma, you don't know how to do that. And it's insulting to me. I see it all the time. I go to other people's house and I see that dynamic play out all the time. All the time. And when I go to them other people's house where it's going down like that, the kids hate to see me coming because I'm going to give the power back to the parent. Look, this is how you do woo, 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 and woo, woo, woo. It ain't nothing. That's all you got to do is woo, woo, woo. And I'm patient, and I'm not going to degrade them or put no older person down. Especially kids. Kids already think they know more than you anyway. Yeah, I know I'm right. I seen that dynamic play out over and over from people's house to house to house. Because I had my own business as far as doing the computers. And I would, go to different clients, location, set up their computer in their house or their business. And I see that dynamic play out. Here, fix the remote control. Can you do the VCR? Here, get me off this page. Then the kid come, switch it out, and then be mad if the parent asks them a question. Have all kind of attitude. I be wanting to smack the shit out of them. It don't go down like that in they love kingdom. In they love queendom, it ain't going down like that. I'm gonna put you in your place. I'm going to take the power back. They didn't know what to do with me when I came along. They did not know how to handle an old lady who knew what the fuck she was doing. Okay? Yep. That's how it went down with me. Because I ain't for the play. And I tell everybody that. That's my famous saying. My famous line. That's going to be my legacy line. I didn't play when I was a kid, which is true. When I was a kid, I didn't play with Barbie dolls and G.I. Joe and all that shit. We didn't have none of that. We lived in the projects. My mother had 6 kids. up under me. I was the oldest of 7. We was in the projects. My mother was overwhelmed and over her head. So we had a whole lot of free time on our hands, and we was raising ourselves, literally. And my earliest memory of me in the projects is I built a clubhouse under the railroad tracks on 35th Street. I don't know about y'all. Y'all know about Chicago. You hated being the oldest out of 5. I didn't hate it. I kind of, I didn't begin to resent it till I got around 12, because I noticed that if I made a mistake, then my brothers and sisters, they made a mistake, and I kind of felt responsible for that mistake. And I felt like that was a lot of pressure. But, when we was running around being neglected in the projects, my brothers and sisters loved following me around. I was that chick that took them to the Museum of Science and Industry, stayed there all day. I would steal the lunches out the school tray. So some of y'all sent y'all kids to school and their lunch got stolen by me. I didn't consider it criminal. I considered that was survival. I didn't know any better. And when I knew better, I did better. But yeah, I would stay in the Museum of Science and Industry and play all those exhibits, and my brothers and sisters wanted to be around me. They followed me everywhere I went. I basically raised the 4 under me. It was a responsibility that I did. I get that, because I feel that, because when I was a young person, I said I never want to have no kids, because I had already did my share of raising kids. I didn't want nobody baby kids. Nope. I didn't want no kids. Never said. I didn't look at little kids and say, "Oh, he's so cute. I just want to squeeze his dimple, his cheek." Take your baby kids over there. Don't bring them here. Still, you can't bring them here to babysit. To this day. So yeah, I didn't play as a kid. I built this clubhouse, and we used to steal from the Jewel's grocery store. I just think they looked the other way, because we would just go in there and fill up the bag and walk right out of there without paying for it, and go in that little club house under the tracks and eat our little stash. You had one, and he'll be 21 this year. And my little brothers used to love to be around me too. Yeah, and they still, that dynamic still play out, even though they all adults. They still divert to putting me in an authoritative position over them, even though I'm not really a bossy type. They just look up to me as the big sister. So I still maintain that, and now we are all in our 50s and got gray hair, and they still divert that way. So now I look at it as an honor, and I don't resent that position. I don't resent it anymore, but I used to when I was younger. Welcome, and hey, Jet, hey, welcome to the chat, Jet Jurgensen. You new here? Well, this is Naylove, and Naylove, she used to be a public figure, and she blew up on the internet with the part that she's sitting on. I introduced the world to my butt first. So I gained some notoriety doing that, shaking my butt on YouTube, anonymously. I never showed my face in no video. Those videos blew up. And then that kind of got old. And so now I'm Naylove. I'm introducing the world to the other sides of me, which is technology. I'm techie. LOL, I swore up and down I didn't eat kids either, and ended up with two, a boy and a girl. Yeah, I got three. I got three. I finally did have my own. Oh, wow, Elisa, I'm so sorry to hear that. All your brothers and sisters have passed away. Oh, wow. That's why I feel so blessed and why I'm hurrying up trying to push this solar project. Because I feel blessed that all of us, except one of the seven of us, survived. All other family members. I'm the matriarch, official matriarch. There ain't no older people than me in my family. They all gone. And my mother had seven, her mother had five, and my great grandmother had 10. Ain't no way in the world you would have told me, you could have told me that all of them would be gone. I mean, all of them. So yeah, I'm the official matriarch, especially for the Chicago branch of our family. And they all gone. And I feel like we were the lost tribe that ended up um with the inheritance. So we have my father's, we represent, the six of us represent my father's part of the inheritance for the land that we about to turn into a solar farm down south. So I just feel like that was destiny. Jet Jurgensen, you good? You just got through working in the farm and you put your horse away. All right, you got a big farm if you got a horse. Wow. So where are you, Jet? Where am I having the pleasure of seeing you, meeting you here online? Where you from? I stay in the country. I live in Nashville, Tennessee. Okay. Shout out to Nashville, Tennessee. I got some Nashville love in here. So anyway, yep. Jet, what you'll find out about me on this channel is I'm a ghetto gardener. I'm a city girl. Been a city girl all my life. Don't know nothing about the country, although they think I'm country when I do come down there, because I ain't afraid to walk barefoot and eat outside. They say, ooh, girl, you country. You country girl, but I'm a city girl. So I'm a city girl growing food in my garden and growing foods and meds and heading toward my ultimate goal is heading toward a tiny life. I want a tiny house somewhere on a big piece of land. I'm also an actor and I make country music and I have my own country club here. Oh wow! That sounds great. I gotta check you out. I'm gonna come check out your channel and see what you do. You got some of your music posted up for us to view? You got some music posted up for us to view, Jet? Well, I believe in networking on my channel. That's the other thing. This whole new breed, a generation of YouTubers, to me, got the game fucked up. They talking about cloud chasing. That's not cloud chasing. It's called networking. That's what we used to call it with YouTube. You network with like people, like-minded people, and that's how they go. The beef sector turned into some sick, perverted spawn of YouTube. You know, Miley Cyrus is right from where you at. Oh, okay. Hannah Montana. Oh, okay. I gotta check out your music. Oh, you 34 minutes away? Oh, okay. Well, I'm only a few minutes away from my house. My house is right there, that way. A block away. You almost could see my house. Where you see that, oops. Where you see that White House over there? I'm on that block. I am the only person on my block. My neighbors is the hospital parking lot. And so on my channel, I'm just talking about me, Love, and my struggle, what I deal with. I have chronic pain and fatigue, a condition called fibromyalgia. So every single video you have ever seen, I'm in pain and fatigue. I can say that I am have battled the fatigue successfully. It used to be the most debilitating part of my condition, but once I changed from a primarily meat diet to a primarily plant diet, my physical self changed significantly. I love it. I love being the only house on the block. I love even saying that because it's so peaceful and quiet. I don't have no riff-raff coming through. And then once they put the fence up, the Amtrak train put the fence up by the railroad tracks, so all that traffic from the schools and the hospital throwing their McDonald's bags and packages in my yard, that stopped. You the only child in your family? I don't know nothing about that. And I got 3 kids that all grew up like only kids. My oldest daughter, she was raised by her father, so she was the only child basically over there. Then my son, he had me until my oldest son till he was 9. So he grew up like an only child. And then by the time I had my second son, which was 9 more years later, my oldest son was out the house and my second son was a baby. So he grew up like an only child. So all 3 of my kids, even though they have siblings, they grew up like only kids. You have a classmate that have fibromyalgia? You know the show, The Last Man Standing. I started off on that show. Oh, wow. Oh, I got to check it out. Cool. Yeah, I have fibromyalgia, but I have greatly and vastly improved from when I first came to social media. I was a very sick kitten, okay? And the pain and fatigue was definitely debilitating. Now I've learned to manage and deal with it and make adjustments accordingly, and force the fun into that equation. Because I said, if you gonna be in pain and fatigue all the time, you might as well add some fun to that equation. Because I had went into a life of living like a recluse, and that was because I was in so much pain. So I would turn down invitations to, family events, picnics, reunions, whatever. Friends and family, girl, come on and go out. No, that's okay. I don't want to be a potty pooper. And eventually, I turned into a recluse. You actually, wait a minute, multiple classmates. You have multiple classmates, yeah, and unfortunately, it's gonna be more and more young people with this condition because of the way we eat. The non-food that we buy from these grocery stores, the quality of food is trash now. I took a picture of the zucchini that's here. It's garbage. I didn't want to buy not one of them zucchinis. I can't wait till my zucchinis get big enough for me to start harvesting them. I had my zucchinis, the ones that I grew last year. I harvested them in October, and I still had some all the way till February. They have a long shelf life. You can't tell it by the zucchini you buy out the store. Every time I buy some zucchini out the store, I don't eat that in 2 or 3 days. They going bad. That ain't the way it's supposed to go. When you grow your own food and then you see and compare how they behave compared to what you get from the store, it's a big difference. Lisa, you said you agree you have arthritis. Yeah, I believe it's going to be a lot more chronic debilitating conditions because we're not eating properly. I don't believe we should be eating all the meat that we eat. My brother been here, it was cute when he first got here. He only he was doing all the cooking. So yeah, I ate the meat. If somebody cooks some meat, it's already cooked, I'ma eat it. So I'm not, a hardcore vegetarian. That's what I hate about bananas. Yeah, you if you don't eat it in a couple of days, it's gone already. And it's ridiculous. That's not how food behaves that you grow. When I grew my own zucchini, my zucchini stayed on the table for weeks. That's why I started gardening. My potatoes were really good. I bet. I bet they was better than what you buy in the store. Because in the store, you don't know how long they've been in the store before they hit the shelf. Or how long they've been on the shelf before you reach and get it. And I know the last few rounds of zucchini that I have bought, they went bad before I even got a chance to eat it. I was pissed. I'm throwing out food before I even got a chance to eat it. And I'm a foodie, so that breaks my heart. You have a garden too, Jet? Yeah, so I know for a fact that zucchini have a long shelf life. I seen it for my very eyes and recorded it. So it ain't just me talking what I'm guessing. I'm talking what I know, that I seen and happened and witnessed before my own eyes. I still had zucchini in February. Yep. So I got 4 little plants growing that I seen come up that my little grandbaby helped me plant the seeds. You have to deal with those borer bugs. I don't know. I haven't noticed. I don't know what borer bugs is. I'll have to look that up. I haven't noticed any creatures that's negative that bother me. But I can say all that oregano that I had, that stuff is growing like crazy. And they have beautiful little lavender flowers. And it keeps the bees coming to the yard. So I can't wait till my zucchini gets going. You got your driver's license a few days ago, so now I can drive. All right now. I can drive. I gotta watch out for those borer bugs. Okay, I gotta look that up. Excuse me, y'all. That's one reason why I came up here. My allergy was getting to me. Oh my God, my allergy, sneezing my head off, made me, you hate spiders, but the spiders, that's the good bug, because they eat bugs. So I learned to embrace them. They get on my nerve though. But they eat bugs, so people told me to leave them alone. So I leave them alone. I hated them, but I learned to tolerate them. I hate them because they got my basement loaded down with webs all over the place because I never go downstairs. Every time I go down there, it's loaded with spider webs. They get on my nerve. I'll be looking out for them borer bugs. So I don't want them to eat up my precious garden. Your garden bloomed late this year, but now it's growing like crazy. But greens didn't do anything. They still tiny. Yeah, my cabbage ain't doing nothing. I think it's too hot for them. It's been too hot. And even though I got it in the shade, they conking out. I lost half of the cabbage that I started, so I'm gonna end up just starting from seed, putting it down next month for the fall. You actually freaked me out because you saw a spider web and it was in my basement. It was a big one too. I passed out. Lord have mercy. I had one so big to make me pass out, but they are all over my basement. They said the green vegetables are better for fall. Yeah, so next month I'm gonna just start my spinach, my collards, and my what's the other thing? My onions My garlic, I'm gonna start all them from seed next month because they actually do better as it get colder. They say that the collards end up being more sweeter when as the temperatures get colder. So yeah, I done waited too late for okra. I think I'ma still push my luck. I'ma drop a few seeds down there just cause I'm gonna push my luck cause it's been so hot. So that's what made me think I could still sneak them in. But no, my main thing was my zucchini because that's what I love to eat. That's my favorite all-time veggie. And so yeah, thanks Egg Roy with Hudson. I'm in Texas, so I guess I can replant the end of the September. Yep, you can replant at the end of September. Yep. So that's when I'm gonna put. That's why I bought some garlic. Garlic is one of the things I bought in my grocery shop in here. I bought some for the purpose of growing. But honey, my lavender babies are doing so good. I never had that many lavender plants in my life. I've been trying for 3 years. So I'm gonna try my best, y'all, to get up early in the morning. Soon as the light hit, try my best. We gonna have a party tonight. When I get home, we gonna have a house music party tonight. So I just want to relax. I ain't getting out there in that heat. Only thing I'm gonna do is water my plants and then go back in, and we gonna chill, party to some house music. Um, my I just forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, all the things that are doing good now is my basil. Oh my God, so much basil is growing. My oregano, I can't keep up with it. The mint, it just overgrew too much to the point where I really just had to chop it down because it was like weeds. And I couldn't process it. People was talking about, well, why don't you sell it? Okay, you still got to take time to process the plants. If that's what you want to do is start a business selling plants. I just don't have the energy, y'all. The same reason why I'm not full-time in a working career is the same thing that happens to me when I'm at home on my own trying to grow a garden. It's a lot. And if I don't have an assistant here helping me, I ain't got no shot at like doing it professionally. I just wanted a lot of lavender and I put a lot of other types of mint down just because I see how wild it grows and I know I don't have to grow it. I don't have to replant it. It's going to keep coming back. So I was aiming for plants that keep coming back. Like I was shocked, oregano, I never knew until you grow it yourself that oregano comes back. And I'm constantly learning stuff like that just by stepping out there on faith and growing. I need to go watch the replay where you showed us how to sprout and plant the garlic. I'm gonna do a garlic one. I got new garlics to do this year. So I'm gonna do a new one where you ain't gotta go and dig. Maybe you could play my song to fast forward. Okay. House music party tonight. I'll be there. All right. Come on along. You welcome to join. Man, did you see all that lavender? I couldn't believe it. That's the first time ever. I've been trying to grow lavender 3 years straight. So the main important thing that I learned, you need to start with good quality seeds. Somebody put it in the comments that they wanted to get the coupon so you could get some seeds from the same company. I am impressed with the seeds that I got from that Seedra, Seedra. I like the packaging. I like the fact that they put a $10 coupon in there, for your next purchase. And I want to give them away because I bought 10 packs of lavender. I was determined. I kept experimenting. I started early, early in the season. So I called myself, getting some started before the frost, the last frost in the spring. The mistake I kept making, so this is my tip to anybody gonna try to grow lavender. Don't bury lavender. Lavender don't go underground. Most seeds you do put underground, but lavender, you need to leave them out on top of the ground because they need the sun to germinate. When I did it like that, I ended up with tons of lavender. Y'all seen it? You ready to get your party on? I am too. I'm a shoot for. Let's see what time it is. I'm a shoot for 10. I'm a shoot for 10 p.m. That's when the party gonna start. You don't drink milk, but I would love to have cows to milk. Ooh. I don't know about them cows. I used to tell my kids they wanted a dog. I used to blame it on the landlord. I said, "Oh, we can't get no dog. The landlord won't allow pets." I blamed it on the landlord all the time when it was really me. But I would tell them straight up, like, I can't even feed y'all. I can't even feed a dog on a dog. And you know you gonna get stuck with that job. The kids, it be cute the first couple of days, but then it's gonna fall out and you gonna be the one stuck with walking that dog and feeding that dog. So I'm like, I blamed it. I blamed it on the landlord. No, the landlord won't let us have no pets. Oh, they begged me for a dog all their kid life. What's up, new here? You new here? Hey, welcome to the chat. The kid Leroy. Welcome to the chat. I'm not chatting about much, but I am here. I'm just here in my local county market store. Yeah, pet is another child, okay? Nope. You can have that. How are you, kid Leroy? I'm good. Welcome to the chat. I'm not really chatting about nothing earth-shattering, life-changing, just generally kicking the bobo, because I'm in here in this store, and I switched all my stuff to the shop floor and put it in my bag that I'm going to roll home. And I'm just chilling. I'm in here cooling off because it's hot. It's still 89 degrees. And this is the end of the day. Boy, I'd be glad when this allergy medicine kick in. You said you good. You from Australia? All right. Come through, Australia. Come through with that Australian love. Oh, but you moved to Los Angeles, though. Hey, Kareem. How you doing? Welcome to the chat. Now, originally, I was talking about trades because I was a new person who arrived to the chat and wanted to know a little bit about me, and I was telling them when you get 3 trades under your belt, you said enjoyed the live. I'll check you out later. Blessings. All right, growing with hustle. I'm glad you joined me. You lost your Australian. Oh, I know you hate that because I like that Australian accent. Yeah, so I'm in here cooling out, child. And don't play with that sun. Okay, the solar panels is coming along. I knew it was going to be a project that take time. That it just wasn't going to happen overnight. But, honey, I had a connection. It's a lady who helped me when I was in my solar class in the training part of it. We had to get this apparatus called the Solar Pathfinder, and the way that you use it, you sit it out in the sun and it shows you where your area is shaded. So gardeners use it and people in the solar industry use it, so you can know where to place your solar panels or where to place your garden. So it's called a Solar Pathfinder, and both fields, industries use it. Well, it was a $500 apparatus. And the school that I was going to was in Wisconsin, so the students there that was going to the school physically and not online, they could just rent one out their library, borrow it from their school. But I couldn't, because I lived in Illinois, not Wisconsin, and so I was like stuck. Didn't know how I was going to pass the class without having this apparatus. So this lady, who didn't know me from Adam, but I met her online, she allowed me to use her solar pathfinder, and we are still friends. Well, she's going to give me a major component. It's called the inverter. When you setting up a solar system, it's 4 main components. Your horse named Billy? Woo, Billy! It's 4 main components. You need the solar panels. You need a controller, inverter, and you need a battery. You either need a battery or you need a way to connect to the grid. So all of those components cost money. I got the major expense with the panels. You order a small solar panel from Amazon. I'm crossing my fingers it's okay. You've been teaching. Yeah, I've been teaching you. This is what I say. My advice, if you can't afford to get off the grid yet, which it's not no easy thing to do. It is quite a pretty pity, but prices are steadily coming down. Start with a generator. Start with a solar generator. Inexpensive. You can get a solar generator for $100. There's one I seen on Amazon. And if you don't do nothing else, you could take charging up your phone and your laptops off the grid. No, it won't wipe out your whole light bill, but why not take some of your light bill get it free, get the energy free from the sun. The sun ain't gonna never stop working. You having Hattie B's hot chicken, so you making me want to start eating again. I call myself getting back in time to the house at 2 but I was sweating so profusely. This grocery store got the best chicken tenders. Ooh-wee. So here's where I am in the step. I have the solar panels. The next 3 components is the inverter. The inverter, that's a major expense. That costs $900 when you got to connect it up to real solar panels. Hey, at least, okay, now you have a great evening. I'm going to catch up you later for your party tonight, but I got to go do some things. All right, handle your business. I understand that, honey, because I don't understand people be on here hours upon hours upon hours. So, yeah, I'm finna get up out of here because when you be in the air too long, I get stiff too. I was just trying to charge up. Want to make sure my phone is at 100%. And I'm finna head out of here too. So the progress that I'm making on the solar panels, the lady who helped me with my solar class by giving me a solar pathfinder is also the same lady that giving me the inverter. That's the second component, the second most important piece to your solar system. That's saving me $900 because to get an inverter for the size system that I got, that's what it was going to cost me, $900. So that is a blessing. So the last major expense is going to be connecting to the grid. Now that same lady who gave me the inverter, she's a solar company here locally in Springfield. So she told me right away that me trying to get off the grid is unrealistic. Plus here in Springfield, it's not legal. They're not going to allow you to do it. So I have to connect to the grid. So the next big expense for the grid, connect to the grid, is $700 because It's gone. 300 of that dollar is the net meter, where it measures the energy that you do produce from your solar panels. And if you use less energy than your solar panels produce, the electric company will cut you a check. You'll start earning money from the electric company. Well, that to get the permit, to pull the permits, and then dig the, bury the electric cables under the ground, that's gonna be another $700. So, I'm the last two steps. That's what still got to be done. So, basically, I'm looking at another $2,000 worth of stuff that still need to be done. But just having the solar panels, that was significant. Ain't no way in the world. Ain't no way you could have told me last year that I was gonna end up with an $8,000 solar system. That was God. Look, if I wasn't a believer before, I had a little mustard seed. I became a believer now. By opening my mouth got fed. So I got me a $8,000 solar system that I can't wait to show y'all step by step the whole journey, how I'm going to build it, how and why I chose the components that I did. But it's coming along. My brother is excited. This is the first time. This is another thing, y'all. When you start exposing your kids to other things, you will be amazed at what interest they do show in that. When I first brought up solar 3 years ago, everybody was like, lukewarm. When they really see me with some solar panels, everybody is excited. You said, I'm a bit nervous because I'm going on tour soon, and this will be my first tour. I mean, I do perform at the country club, but I've never had a show in Texas. Well, you'll be okay. I believe in you. So in answer to your question, Kareem, if you still here, yeah, I got the first two major parts of a solar system. I got the solar panels, and I got the inverter. The other expense is going to be the brackets that you need to mount the solar panels together. That's a good $900. So like I said, it's about $2,000 left of expenses that I still need before I can actually put the system together. You at a cookout, you have you a plate of barbecue chicken, baked beans, mac and cheese, and potato salad, drinking Blue Long Island tea. All right now. Yeah, it's hot. That's why I'm sitting in here cooling off in County Market. I hope, you about to eat that. Go one round for me. You know I'm a foodie, Kareem. So yeah, that was my update on the solar panel. Now I'm about to get my fat behind out of here and head on down the road to home. So yeah, thanks for joining me. I was just checking in. Wasn't nothing important, so important. But this one, I didn't do no cursing, I don't think. So you can feel safe to share this one. It's not too long, it's not too bad. I did have some good information in there. So please like, subscribe, and share. Yeah, I'm gonna put one up in the air for you. I can't do it in here. But we going home and have that house party. And I'm gonna be definitely putting some in the air. Like I just don't care. Cause I don't. Alright, y'all. Getting up out of here. Peace and love. So I'll see y'all again in the next video. Bye, y'all.